Hello, and welcome to the Pony Express video team staff. You can't see me because I am a voiceover. It's always best to use voiceovers instead of showing yourself, the reporter, on screen. I will be walking you through some of the filming basics we strive towards here at the Equestrian. We have for you today an example of a feature broadcast story. For our purposes, all characters and events will be generic, with the intent of educating you new recruits. This is an establishing shot. It shows the viewer where the story is taking place, and is generally accompanied by a voiceover, which serves as the lead. Do you hear those birds in the background? That's an example of adding natural sound to our videos, which is always a great idea. Next, it is important to introduce our subject. Here, we have Eric. He is a normal guy, just eating some chocolate, but, like all good stories, upon further inspection we see that the subject faces a conflict. Eric isn't your normal chocolate lover. Unlike his peers, he faces a challenge unknown to many. A condition known as caveman brow. Notice that we use a close-up to show detail. A variety of shots is important to good storytelling. Now let's take a break to show you some of the things you shouldn't be doing. First, point of view shots. They can be interesting, but have no place in news reporting. And although they have their place, zooms and pans can disorient the viewer. During interviews, avoid bland backgrounds and unnecessary motion. Now let's get back to our story, starting with a proper interview with Eric.
You know, the number one thing I struggle with...
Note the framing, lighting, and, because it's one person, the use of the lapel mic. If it was a group of people, we would use the standard mic.
Is, I would say, talking to people, because every morning I walk into first hour to work or whatever, and people ask me, which cave did you crawl out of this morning with this eyebrow? It's just very confusing, and it's hard to get by.
B-roll is also important. It helps the viewer visualize what the subject is talking about and keeps the shot from going stale. Remember, our viewers have short attention spans, and you never want to let a shot last for more than 3 to 5 seconds.
Even though I do look like this, I still enjoy doing everyday things like looking at fine art and doing handstands. So you know how horses have to wear like blinders?
Notice how Eric isn't looking directly at the camera, but instead to the left where the interviewer is. Additionally, we as viewers can deduce what the question was without hearing the interviewer. These are the key components that lead to a great interview. It's important to understand the law of action and reaction. All action shots should have a reaction shot to accompany them. See how the dogs react to Eric's presence? We mentioned earlier that all of your stories should have a beginning, middle, and end. Let's see the conclusion of this story.
So I mean, yeah, that's what I've been struggling with.
Did you ever think about getting it waxed?
Hey, isn't that newspaper final due tomorrow? Whatever.
Oh man, it is really bright out for people with regular eyebrows.
Wait, really? Not for me.
I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way, and I always thought that it'd be too crazy, but I found a way.